Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis. We just saw an awesome interview with Maka.
Yes.
Who, by the way, Maka left something on our desk.
Oh, it's a hand warmer.
It's a hand warmer.
Let's put this on eBay.
We could make so much money off this. If you guys don't know what this is, pro gamers use these things to warm their hands because if your hands are warm, you know, the blood's moving through them.
Yeah.
It's easier to maintain your APM.
The only
Fun
player
fact.
that likes to be cold while playing is July Zerg. Little fun fact.
And his name is July. Think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that. You just...
Yeah. No,
It should be like, you know...
I'm the Wikipedia
January
Starcraft
Zerg.
Tasteless.
So, yeah.
No,
if you're
January does not like
if
being
you're,
cold.
If you're somebody who was trying to get better at StarCraft, you probably want to make sure that... Well, unless you're July Zerg, you probably want to make sure that your hands are warm.
Yep.
I'm not even kidding. Try warming your hands up on something. My brother, it was a great show, by the way, the Day 9 Daily, actually wears a very thick sweater when he plays.
Yeah. In fact,
you've
one
seen
year
returns,
I let him borrow mine,
Yeah.
and then he took it home, and I didn't get it back till the next year.
Ooh.
That was my favorite sweater.
Well, I do have some loyalty to my brother, so I guess I don't think you're ever going to see that again.
No, I got it back eventually.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It took like a year and a half, but, you know.
So, yeah, you want to keep your body warm. So that's one thing if you're practicing to get better at StarCraft, make sure your hands are warm. Just a fun fact. And I'm going to keep this hand warmer, actually. Keep my hands warm so the observing is good. Our next matchup, my sheet's been moved, is going to be
Golden
Foyu against
Startails, GgoBooGie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that name, Boogie Boy.
yeah. It's going to be a good match, I think.
I think so. So let's get ready for that.
Excuse me. All right, Golden Foyu. He is considered one of the top 3 players in Foyu. An excellent Zerg player. Took out the win 2-0. Quite convincingly as well. And the win is a really good Zerg player. All right. Feels he's best against Terran, so this is a Protoss. A lot of Zergs feel worse against Protoss. But we'll have to see how good his ZVP is. He's from Foyu, so I'm sure it's amazing. Then we have Boogie Boy, or GgoBooGie. Well, this guy, we don't really know a lot about how good he is. Of course, he's on Startail, so I'm sure he's quite excellent. But his games against Rots in the first round, weren't the greatest games we've seen in the GSL, so he didn't really show off a whole lot of what he's capable of.
Right.
So we'll have to see. And his confident matchup is against Terran. So, neither of these guys going up against a race that they'd like to. That's all right.
By the way, the map lineup is going to be Steps of War, Scrap Station, and Shakuras Plateau.
Wow, this is actually looking pretty good for Golden Foyu.
Yeah.
Of course, Zergs don't really want to see that Steps of War map, but a Protoss versus Zerg, Scrap Station and Shakuras are 2 maps that you probably don't want to see a whole lot against Zerg as well. So,
yeah.
We'll have to see how this turns out. Interesting maps, though. I feel like Boogie really needs to win that first map, Steps of War, or he's going to have a hard time on the next 2.
No, I think your analysis there is dead on. Both these guys are pretty young. One 16, one 18, 17 and 19 Korean years. Because in case you didn't know, Korean age is actually,
Korea actually spins around the sun faster than the rest of the world.
They do age people differently out here. Now, the Foyu team,
They age nicely, tastes.
They age like
a fine wine.
They age like a fine wine out here. Foyu, we have to keep our eyes on because these guys are tearing through the GSL.
Yeah.
These guys were basically non-existent in the GSL.
This is
Season 2.
Yeah, I actually had a really funny... I felt like I was playing GSL this morning after I finally woke up from my 13 hours of sleep. I had played a bunch of StarCraft 2 games on the ladder, and I beat a Prime, I beat an OGS, and then I hit a Foyu, and he beat me, and then I beat another Prime, and I'm like...
The
OGS,
started.
Zenith.
The Foyu team's good. Let's see if this player makes it through. In the red, from this very scary team that has been dominating the GSL thus far, we have
Golden Foyu.
Dominating not only the GSL so far, but Artosis on the ladder.
We've been beating Artosis on the ladder pretty badly. You leave my nerd alone, Foyu. In the blue, down here from the Team Startail, we have none other than,
스타트의 꼬부기.
also known as Boogie Boy. I think we're just going to call him Boogie Boy in this cast.
Yep. Go Boogie or Boogie Boy. I like Boogie Boy.
Boogie Boy. That name has kind of a ring to it. Now, it's Steps of War. So Zerg doesn't generally hatch first on this map because you're just so close to each other. And, of course, you're going to be expanding towards your opponent. So when you are expanding towards your opponent...
Interesting
wait,
right
when
now.
I said that, he's going to do a hidden expo.
We may see a hitting fast expansion. No, he's actually just going around to scout in the other direction, perhaps. No, what is he doing? He is going to proxy a pool, I think.
What? No, he's going to...
I think he's going to proxy a pool.
What?
Yep.
What?
I think so. Or no. Okay, that might be a proxy hatchery, but no, I think he's going to cancel
I don't understand the world anymore.
Okay, when you cancel a hatchery out there, okay. Evolution chamber.
Okay, so he's actually going to proxy a hatchery.
And he has an evolution chamber right now. Hold on. Hold the phone.
What is he doing? I
think that's supposed to be a spawning pool. This is really hard for me to figure out right now.
Okay, now if he completes and he leaves the game, that means it was supposed to be a spawning pool. Okay, that was a mistake. Or wait, no, did he try to get an extra drone out?
Well, his supply is 9 of 10,
Can we just go knock on his booth and ask him if we can start this cast over so our analysis actually makes sense? Because I'm
really
totally caught off guard.
Okay, so the proxy hatchery is for an all-in. And he's confusing Boogie Boy to no end. Boogie Boy saw an Evo. And then it got canceled into a pool.
It's confusing the commentators to no end.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know what that Evo was about. I really believe that he actually just made a mistake, that it was supposed to be a spawning pool.
Well, he could, an evolution chamber is cheaper than a spawning pool, so we could have used that to plant that down there, make another drone, and then cancel that, and then make it... Well, no, wait a minute.
He didn't do that,
No, wait, yeah, no. I was about to say that, and then I'm like, no, that... Wait a minute. Okay, so... Well, everybody at home, our Toasts and Tastes are going to learn this build along with you, because we have never seen this before in our lives. What is this game plan?
Making a lot of Zerglings.
He's making the queen of this expansion so he can reinforce it with more and more and more Zerglings.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to have a ton of Zerglings hit the front. This is actually so interesting because we have 1 Zealot and 10 Zerglings. He's going to actually be able to kill, the gateway and or the Zealot. But as a sentry comes... This is so weird, Tasteless. Let's just watch. Let's just not even commentate.
Let's just stop talking.
And in fact, notice that he has the Overlord there. He's trying to be like, hey, come attack this. I don't want to have you attack my Zerglings. He should be on attack move right now and then take the back Zerglings to target the gateway or the core. But instead, he's actually just going to right-click on that Zealot.
You know what's funny is he's just confident that...
the Queen is coming as well after a single larva inject.
Oh my
God. His economy isn't going to be good enough to keep that up.
Look at this insane strategy. I feel like I'm watching Null Raw right now.
Oh my God.
As a Zerg player.
Okay, interesting. This is actually something, this is why they nerfed Queen speed. This was happening in the beta. Korean Zergs were doing this to Protoss. Something, not exactly this. They actually just made the Queen in their main and sent it down to help. This is so wild, man. There's a lot of Zerglings incoming. And that is a very red Zealot. You have to attack it.
What?
GG.
I thought he
just gives up.
He just gave up.
I'm surprised he gave up. I feel like he should have kept attacking.
A shot of his patch over here on our screen. Oh, there it is.
Okay. We do see a lot of cheeses on that map for Zerg. No one feels really confident in the mid or late game. Or even the early game on the Steps of War. So that was actually an insane cheese. Taking the jacket off, trying to be Nada. Dude, that was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I think he messed it up by making that evolution as opposed to
I think you're correct. I think he made the evolution chamber, and he was like, oh
it almost
my God.
completed too. So
had the Lings gotten there sooner, the
would have done
second
a lot
sentry
more
would have been able
damage.
to come out. He wouldn't be able to do a force
The Queen
field,
would have been there quicker. Everything would have been actually quite a bit different.
Well, guess what he's done? He's now just broken all the build orders on the ladder for people that watch GSL. Because everybody who plays Zerg and gets that map is now going to do that strategy.
They might.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to un-X Steps of War tomorrow.
I think mathematically it actually makes sense. Because they always get 1 sentry, right? But they do not get a 2nd sentry right away. Protoss generally don't. You want to get like a Stalker or something like that. Something that can really push an Overlord out so you can't suicide an Overlord in there because they don't do damage as quickly. That's the way I do it, at least. So I'm just thinking about that build. I think with the timing of that, if they get one force field up, the queen comes over. The queen can attack and push back anything else that's over that, and I think you'd actually break in.
Yeah, if he had gone spawning pool instead of evolution, definitely would have been different because the queen would have been there so much quicker.
He would have gained what, like the evolution chamber was making for maybe 10 seconds? Does that seem about right?
No, it was almost finished, actually. How long does evolution chamber take to make? Like 25 or something?
Yeah, I guess I was thinking 10 to 15, but yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, enough theory crafting. Time to start Starcrafting. Get ready for game number 2. I thought I could drag it out so I get right to the end, but the Greek commentators are still talking 2 until I run out of air. All right, it's going to start. Let's go.